Hello, my brothers and sisters. I want to share a scripture with you, and today I call it Thursday Throwback. So, in this Thursday Throwback, I like to look back and where I was at some point in time in my life and where I'm standing today. And I want to look at the scripture that remind us and why that is important and why I do this every Thursday. In the book of Psalms, so I'm going to read it here, so I'm not distracted. I'm reading actually from that scriptures I like to read as what it says. In this particular scripture, it says, I'm taking it from Psalm 37:24. It is say, He is ever merciful and land, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good and dwell forevermore. Very interesting scripture. And most of you probably have come across it and thought about it or ponder or contemplate upon it. But regardless, I want to share a different perspective today in the content of Throwback. And what does this scripture mean? And how do we utilize it and benefit ourselves? The scriptures, the sole intent of the scriptures is to encourage us or bring upon us a journey of transformation. Transformation is a forever journey. It's not a journey that it's not a place that you become. Most Christians seek what we call uh, like they are looking for an idea of being saved as a place they have to be. But really, that is not a place you have to be. It is a continuous journey. You have to continuously travel to that very place. And this scriptures is teaching us. It tells us he is ever merciful. For a person to be merciful, if I am merciful to you, it means that you did not qualify to receive the favor that I'm extending. But I'm giving it to you because I can. So in this idea, we're told God is forever merciful. In an essence that He's giving it to you. He's giving it to you. What? He's giving it to you despite the fact that your circumstances and your conditions and your every being that you have experienced says you do not qualify. But in this particular case, it is said to us that He is forever merciful. That you will get, it will be granted to you that which you are looking for, not because you have done something special, not because your name is so and so, not because you are of a particular ancestry system or generation. It is because just you can have it for the sake that you have asked for it. So you're told, knock and the door is opened. Seek and you shall find. Ask and it is given to you. It is not because you went to church every Sunday. It is not because you gave the tenth as the church have told us. It is because you have asked. It is because you have knocked. It is because you have seek. And that which you have sought, no matter what it is said that it is given to you for the sake of the fact that you have asked. So why is the throwback important? Here we're told he's merciful. He lendeth. To lend is to give him credit. That means you're given it, but it can also be taken away from you if you do not perform consistent with the condition of that which is given. And what is that? And he said, and his seed is blessed. So what he's giving, it is something blessed, something prosperous, something good. That's what is given to you. So whatever that is good in your life at this moment, what is good to me today is different to that which is good to you today. What is good to another person, it is not the same as good to you. But that good, that thing that will add a smile on your face, that thing that will make you feel great, that thing that makes you jump and dance even when you don't feel like. But that is the thing that he says he will give it to you. He will give it to you, but not because of anything else, simply because you have seek after it, simply because you've asked of it. But you're told it is lended to you. What does that mean? It means that it can be taken. If I lend you something, it is not forever yours. It means that if I give you condition with that lending, you have to adhere to the conditions. And here he said, depart from evil. That is the condition. In order for you to maintain that which is given to you, you have to depart from evil. And what is evil? Evil is nothing to do with a particular rule or law. Evil is anything that deprived you, imprison you from being the person you want, imprison you from experiencing health, freedom in health, experiencing freedom in your finances, freedom in your relationship, freedom in a way you want to live life. If you are imprisoned from that experience you want, or you're bound from not being the person you want because your condition says it is impossible, your circumstances say you cannot be, and everything around you denies you the right to become, then he says that is the evil in question. The evil is not a devil out there. A evil is that which is denies you, deprive you, take it away from you. So he said, depart from that. What does it mean? How can I depart from my circumstances? How can I depart from my struggle? How can I depart from my debt when I don't have the ability to make ends meet? How can I depart from poverty when everything around me says that I am poor? How can I depart from ill health where every medical report says that I am not healthy? How can I depart from living life the way I want? While every condition around me says I cannot. Here is the kicker. He says, and do good. So to depart from evil is to do good. And where do I do that? And Christ said, if a man think, for the mere fact, if you think, if you thought of killing another person, you have committed a sin. If you have a thought of lasting after a woman, you have committed a sin. What he's saying, a sin or an evil act or nature is committed in the mind. It is not in the circumstances. The circumstances is what we call the word has become flesh. That which you thought has become a reality in your life. But really the act of sin, it is not on the thing itself. It is in the thought. So when he says depart from evil, he's saying depart from the thought and the feeling of being that which you don't want to be. Depart from the thought and the feeling of thinking that you are consistent with your environment. Whatever your environment testifies against you, you're told depart it from the thinking that agree to that environment. That's what he's saying, depart from. And when he says do good, it means that you have to start thinking as if you are the person you wanted to be. So that's what he says, ask and it shall be given. So you have to say, I am well. As Hosea said, Prophet Hosea said, let the weak say, I am strong. So you say, I am healthy, even though the doctor's report says I am not. I am wealthy, even though my bank account says I am not. My debt are paid off, even though I have all maxed credit card. I'm going to say I am free, even though even though my circumstances says I am imprisoned. That is the good is asked of you. And if you do that, it says, and dwell there forever. And not only just you should do it, but you should continuously doing it, so that you can continue experience that which is lended to you. In absence of that, once you forget to continue to do good in your mind and in your heart, that which was lended, that which was given to you mercifully, will disappear. Not because God comes and take it away from you, because it is you who's the doer and have the responsibility and obligations to create the lifestyle that you have given. We take this great pride. We are created in the image of God. We take that great pride in saying that. But if we're created in the image of God, then it is upon us. We have the responsibility to be as God. And Jesus said, you can do even more than what I have done. How can you do even more if you don't take responsibility that will cause you to create? So you are the creating power in this case by applying the very principles that God himself or God applied in creating this universe. And say, let there be light, and there was light. So you have to speak from the being point of view, not from not having, not from the lack. And that is the secret here. So why throwback is of essence. I talk about this idea of throwback for very simple reason. I encourage you to look back at some point in your life and see if that point of your life pleases your heart. And if you look back and you're not pleased with what you see, then and you have to ask yourself, is there a progress? Is there a change from that which was to who I am today? And if you look at that span of time and you cannot identify a significant change, then it's time now to create a moment that you're going to say, sometimes in the future, I will look back in this moment and see myself who I was at that moment and who I will become then. So I can declare I am that which I want to be then, because when I arrive at that place, I can look back at this moment and say, wow, truly I am transformed. Truly the scripture works. Truly I've received mercy because I did good on my mind, because I felt good in my heart, because I imagined good in my life. And therefore now I am good. Imagine if you can do that, and so that it has been done consistent with that which you have imagined, that which you felt, and that which you thought. If you can get to a point in life and be able to look back and say, this has happened, you had discovered the secret of creation. And once you discover the secret of creation, aren't you going to recreate life in a manner and fashion consistent with your interests over and over again? That is the essence of this journey. So I am challenging you today. I'm encouraging you today in this very Thursday. And it might be maybe you got wind of this particular message on Monday. Yet do your throwback. Share your picture. Share your image, the video, a moment of time where you were, even if it's an embarrassing moment, if it's a disappointing moment, but have the courage to look back. By sharing with us, you say, I am bold enough and I have the courage to look back. And I look back with pride. Yes, even though it is not my proudest moment, today I am doing so in recognition that I am creating a new moment. I am creating a point of reference that I can look back sometime in the future and be proud of this moment, because it is the moment I woke up. It is the moment I thought or did good. It is the moment I depart from the evil, the things that I entertain in my mind that form the world that I found myself every single moment. So I encourage you, but also I challenge you to partake in this very fun-filled experience. Take this moment and make it yours. Until then, I'll be back. But before I go, I encourage you to share this video with others, to comment and act. If you cannot participate in a simple social space, imagine how can you have the courage and the strength to participate, to show yourself in the real world with real people, with real challenges. You take back your life and keep it in control by take these simple actions, simple gestures of commenting, like, not only just like things that are fun filled, people are doing stupid stuff or doing something that makes you laugh. Do partake in things that cause you to progress in life, challenge you to become better than the best you've ever been. And therefore, as you go about it, exercise this in a manner that is loving, pleasing, and joyful. And until then, I still encourage you to subscribe, and I'll be back.